my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. Wow. I did intermittent fasting for 30 days and I wasn't a fan. Yeah, I really wasn't a fan. Let me explain. The times and the whole thing was okay. I didn't feel a whole restriction. I will tell you what I felt was the positives of it. So my positives were that I really had to think about planning like my time schedule for eating, like 10 to 2. I didn't really think about what I was going to eat during the day. I just wanted to see if I could make it to where I was eating during those 8 hours. So mine was 10 to 2 when I started. Then I backed it up to 9 to 5. And the reason is because I started to notice that I was waking up, I was hungry, which I know you're not supposed to be, like you're supposed to force yourself not to. And I was drinking a lot of water and stuff. But what I noticed is I was drinking so much water. And then what it was is I was, once 10 o'clock hit, I'd eat. And then I would not eat enough during the day. So my whole thing is that if I start off in the morning with something and then have a snack, and then like have a late lunch, I'm actually better throughout the day. I felt very unproductive when I went to work in the morning. And so some people say, oh, you don't really have to have breakfast to like wake yourself up. I am one of those people that actually do. And I think the reason is because I get up very early in the morning. I tend to wake up between 4 and 5 a.m. So I'm literally up all the way till 10 o'clock. And I go to bed around 8 o'clock. So I think that's what the thing is. So while some people are going to that may work for them, someone who wakes up super early in the morning like me, it did not work well. All right, so that was my negative. And that was really my only negative. I didn't have anything else wrong with it. So once I adjusted to a 6 to 2 or 7 to 3, something like that, then I noticed I was feeling a lot better. I felt a little more productive. There were some things happening in my personal life that were going on, and so adjusting that actually did help. There were some times when I did have some late meals, but I made them very, very small. And I tend not to eat that much at night anyway because I'm not really a dinner person. I don't really care for dinner. I like breakfast and lunch. And so that's the one thing that I didn't, that I noticed once I adjusted, I was feeling a lot better. Another positive that I felt worked well is that I noticed that I wasn't eating as much. And so I believe, you know, they say your stomach shrinks. I don't really know what that whole, I don't know if that's a wording or if it actually physically happens, but I noticed I wasn't eating as much. So my meals were, I felt like I was getting full faster. I learned to slow down because I tend to I eat as fast as I talk, you know, I'm just like, go, go, go. And, so that was one of the things that I did notice is that I wasn't eating as much because I think I took the time to actually enjoy what I was eating. And then it obviously, there's that whole science again where it's like, how long does it take your stomach to tell your brain that you're full and to cut yourself off? So all of this, so that was a good thing. So I did notice that I'm eating less. Now, did I really lose any weight? No. I lost maybe 1.5 pounds, not that much. And while I didn't restrict my foods, and even though I ate less, I still really didn't lose a whole lot. So that didn't work for me. And of course, you got to understand, I'm a little bit older. I'm 50, I don't remember how old I am. I'm 50 something. And I think you have to find something that you feel is also going to work for you. So something that actually helped me eat less over time last year, and I did it for the whole month of January, which I did a video on, was a Nutrisystem. And it actually did work. I lost 8 pounds, and they have this whole plan. So basically you buy the items and it tells you what to eat. Like this is breakfast, this is a breakfast, this is a dinner, so it says dinner. So they're all pretty much mapped out for you. And then I love their probiotic shakes. Now, probiotic is really, really good. Now, this does have 8 grams of sugar. So if you're really thinking about your sugar content, this does have 8 grams of sugar. I don't drink regular milk or stuff like that. So I use almond milk, a little bit of crushed ice, and some fruit. Sometimes I'll put in this. So, of course, I'll make your natural sugar content go up. But I'll have this, and this actually is really good. You know, probiotics, if you don't understand it, it helps your digestive system. So that works really well. Now, I'm not saying this isn't cheap. It can be rather costly, which is one of the reasons why I stepped off of it. But in the end, I'm thinking pay now because I don't want to pay for all these health-related things that I could have later if I don't get my act together. I have been trying to lose weight for 2 years now. This has been a struggle, and a lot of it has to do with and I've said this before, I am a stress eater. So in the month of January, we had 2 things occur, and all of last year, there was a lot of domino effect things that occurred. And you may have noticed that because I'll have intermittent times where I'm just not vlogging or talking or just putting out videos or anything. And so I had some things occur that really caused me to also stress eat, which obviously I'm going to gain weight. I'm, laying in bed, I'm watching TV, I'm watching YouTube, not really doing anything. And I'm really going to work, working there, putting my focus there, coming home, dealing with other stuff. And then on weekends, I try to fill my time with either me time or kid time, grandkids, visiting my brother. I have 2 brothers, and just things like that. So there's all kinds of scenarios that go into stress eating, where it's like I am so giving to everyone else, and I recognize this, that I tend not to really take care of myself. And then I'm like picking up Jack in the Box on the way home because I'm just like, okay. Or if I go see somebody, it's like, let's go have Mexican food or, something like that. Or I'll eat like a whole thing of chips and dip, because I don't really want to cook. I'm just here by myself. So I'm just going to like chip and dip that. Things like that. So those are my stress eating things. And so what I did notice is that when I did Nutrisystem last year, it actually really did work because I think it controlled pretty much everything I ate. Like I couldn't go outside the lines. I didn't go outside the lines, and I lost 8 pounds. And then in the month of February, I'm also going to incorporate walking a little more. Now, if you haven't seen any other video, I'm going to Chicago soon in the month of February. And so that throws you off when you go to a conference because there's food there and you're eating and stuff. So I think I'm just going to be mindful of what I'm eating and just kind of restrict. And then I think I'm going to take my Nutrisystem. I'm going to take my shakes. And I'm sure I could get some crushed ice from the hotel or something. And my little shaker. And I'm just going to focus on that and not eat as much stuff that they may have. I think that's it. Oh, I'm going to incorporate at least 30 minutes of walking a day. Now this I will be able to accomplish while I'm at the conference because we tend to walk a lot. We go and go and go and go and go. And also I believe there is a gym at this facility so I could get on a treadmill for 30 minutes in the morning before everything starts. I think that would be fine. At work I can do 30 minutes. After work I can do 30 minutes here now that the time change has happened, which is excellent. All of those things. So I think as soon as I get through this month and see how this Nutrisystem did, I'll provide an update at the beginning, first Saturday of March. And I'm hoping that I'll have some better news about if this worked again, if incorporating the 30 minutes of exercise is better. And some people are going to say, well, you didn't exercise, that's why you really didn't lose any weight with the intermittent fasting. But look, I still walk a lot, even though you wouldn't, I say 30 minutes. I'm going to dedicate 30 minutes, but I still walk. Our campus is pretty decent size, and I'll usually walk around there sometime on my Usually I'll have to go somewhere to another office, to another meeting, and I'm still walking. I'm still getting things, some exercise and movement in, taking care of the house, vacuuming, getting stuff done. Those are typical exercising movement type things that you can do. So it's not like I wasn't doing anything. I just wasn't dedicating it minimum of 30 minutes. And I wasn't even looking to see how many steps I did each day over the month. I guess I can go back and look at that, but pretty much I know that I got some in. I just wasn't truly dedicated to all that. So, well, if you have any tips or tricks, and if you've done Nutrisystem or another program or something like that that's similar, please leave a comment below. And if you like this video, give it a little like, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care and have a great day.